What is up, guys? Hackman is back with another Destiny video. Today I'm going to be showing you guys my full Bladedancer PvP setup in Rise of Iron. Now this is my go-to loadout whenever I want to do really well in the Crucible, specifically in Trials of Osiris. So as you can see, I'm a Bladedancer. I'm running the Last Word, really good hand cannon, longbow synthesis, like my favorite sniper, and then the If Materia, that's just a machine gun that I really like to use right now. And then the Shinobu's Vow, trust me, I've tried lots of other exotics, because I was kind of iffy. I'm like, oh, it just buffs your grenade. But you gotta use these, and I love the Frosty E5s and the Bones of Ale, all that, but that helps your grenade so much, it's almost a must-have. Then you're gonna want to try and max out your intellect and discipline like I'm trying to do right now. So now I'm gonna jump into my Bladedancer setup for my subclass. And as you can see, you gotta use the skip grenades for the Shinobu's Vow. Blink is super amazing for moving around. Then Razor's Edge, you're going to get a lot more kills with Arc Blade if you're using Razor's Edge. Backstab is kind of broken. You don't use Blink Strike much, but Backstab will help you get a lot more kills than the other two options. Quick Draw is super good, especially with a sniper. You can just whip out that Last Word. Warrior of the Fearless, and then I'm using Hungering Blade. Sometimes I like to go invis, but this makes your super so much better. You'll get so much kills with Arc Blade if you're using Hungering Blade. Then I've got the Path Forbidden right there, and it's kind of up to you if you want to run max armor, max recovery, max agility. As you can see right now, I'm running lots of armor and agility. I like the armor just so I can kind of compete with people in gunfights and stay alive. And then I like the agility part just so I can move around a lot quicker and maneuver myself in tough situations. Now, like I said earlier, you're going to want to focus on your intellect and your discipline, specifically because this build focuses so much on getting kills with your super and then lots of kills with your grenade. And if you have Shinobu's Vow on, your grenades are going to be awesome. You're going to be getting lots of kills with those grenades. So that's why you want to run max discipline. Then you can get your super a lot quicker. Then you'll wreck people up with your super. And really, this build will get a lot of kills in the Crucible if you know what to do with it. So I'm just going to go over a few tips for what I do in the Crucible that really works. So like I said, I'm running a Last Word longbow synthesis. Now the reason why this loadout is just really good is because it kind of makes up for all the ranges. Your sniper is there for long range encounters, the Last Word is decent at medium range, and then it's super good at close range. So I feel like you never really have a weak spot with this weapon. And as you can see here, I have a lot of pretty good plays while using the Last Word. Now it was pretty funny because I was talking to some kid at school and I was like, oh yeah, I'm using a Last Word sniper. And he laughed and he was like, oh my gosh, you're such a noob, you're using the Last Word. I was like, are you serious? I think some people, if you use the Last Word and try to use it say, in Isoluna, it's gonna suck. You can't, this is a different type of hand cannon. It's not one of those long-range high damage. You use it differently. But I guarantee you, once you learn how to use this weapon properly, you will get so many kills and you will perform so much better in the Crucible. This gun will become your best friend for really close-up engagements. So, just like I said, I think people just kind of underestimate the Last Word. And they think it kind of sucks just because it was nerfed back in year 2. But this gun is really good. So once you get pretty good with the Last Word, I would recommend using it with a sniper, just because now you can compensate for that long range. And I would recommend really getting good, emphasis on good with a sniper, because then you'll wreck people at close range when they try to shotgun you, and you can still get lots of quick, long-ranged kills with a sniper. Now, as you saw, I'm using the longbow synthesis, and I would really recommend just whatever you're good with. A sniper is a sniper as long as you can get kills with it, that's what I think. You got your really high damage archetypes, like Aphrodite's Spear and the Devil's Dawn, and then you have the stuff like the 1000 Yard and the longbow synthesis. Then you have things like Waylorn's March. I honestly think it does not matter what you use as long as you can get kills with it. As far as heavy is concerned, it doesn't matter what you use, just whatever you feel comfortable with. It doesn't really matter just because it's heavy. Now let's talk about blade dancing. So really, like I said, your grenades are going to be your big strength with the Bladedancer subclass, especially if you're running the Shinobu's Vow and max discipline like I talked about earlier. And that means if you're getting lots of kills, you're going to get your super a lot faster. Now pretty much with Shinobu's Vow, once those little particles lock, they're going to hit their target. So what I really strongly recommend when using the Bladedancer and the last word is, say you have an enemy that's hiding behind cover. If you just throw a skip grenade and then let those little particles lock, and then you just run around and start roasting them with the last word, you will kill them, because then they're getting flinched by the last word and all the particles come, and really you only need like 2 hits from the last word and a grenade to kill them. So really I use that tactic so much in the Crucible, and like whenever I use a grenade I use it in unison with the last word also. And like seriously, if you're using skip grenades in the last word, do that lots, because you'll get lots of kills with it. So I just had a pretty good blade dance right there, as you saw. I went around the enemy team, flanked them, and used my super. I don't really know how to tell you to blade dance better, other than simply using the 2 perks, the Hungering Blade and Razor's Edge. You know, if you have Hungering Blade, that makes the whole difference, because then you're regenerating health each time you get a kill. So that means you can get more kills and stay alive longer. Also, if you're using the Razor's Edge, you'll be able to get enemies you usually couldn't reach. So that's going to help you out a lot if you use both of those. And really just be smart with your Bladedancer. Don't be stupid with it, and, you know, stay alive. Also, as far as Blink Strike is concerned, I really don't think it's that wonderful or anything. I mean, you're not going to get a whole ton of kills with Blink Strike anyway, so it doesn't matter if you don't have a lot of strength. Also, I was using the Memory of Perun artifact. It doesn't really matter what artifact you use, but if you want to be serious in the Crucible, I would recommend this, simply because it highlights enemies with a super and low health, and with low health it doesn't matter that much, but you can kind of be one step ahead of the game, because with this artifact, say you're sniping and you see that an enemy is highlighted yellow, then you can call out to your team and say, oh, that striker has a smash, so don't get too close to him. You know, and then you're just kind of one step ahead, and you have an advantage that they don't know you have. So I hope this video was helpful for you, and maybe you learned a little bit about how I go about the Crucible blade dancing, and how I get a lot of my kills and be effective when I need to be in PvP. If you enjoyed this video or simply found it helpful, drop a like down below, it'd mean a lot to me. Also subscribe to my channel if you want to see more daily Destiny uploads. This is Hackman, and I'll see you in the next video.